Why, hello there, nomads and yes-mads alike. Shams Nelson here from Pen and Blade. And in this episode, we're going to be talking about drawing some deserts, such as these dudes right here. Some deserty stuff like that. I'm going to show you 4 different ways to draw deserts. And actually, I think deserts are pretty difficult to draw. I've gotten a few requests to do a how to draw a desert video. And I can kind of see why, because they're surprisingly tough to draw. So let's go ahead and get started. And I'm going to start with the most simple desert, and then we'll get into more complicated deserts as we expand. So let's create a desert island, literally. So this whole island's going to be a desert. I don't know what people mean when they say desert island otherwise, but yeah, I guess that's neither here nor there. And okay, so the first desert is just these lines. All right, let's do some lines like that. Let's zoom in. We can zoom in. Look at that. Isn't this great? I got the new iPad Pro with Apple Pencil, so hopefully the video quality will be improved on this channel. And I hope you like it better than the videos on where I'm holding my cell phone and just looking at my sketchbook. But let me know what you think. So basically, you could just do straight lines like this if you want. Of varying lengths, maybe put a dot in there, and kind of have a couple different levels, and try to space them out a little differently too, I think is the best way to do it. But I like to put a little jitter, you know, so you can see a little bit of that rocky, sandy landscape. And see how I keep doing like a long one and a dot, a long one and a dot? Try to avoid doing the exact same ones over and over. That's something I'm having problems with, because I notice then your mind picks up that pattern. What we want is it for when you kind of squint at it. See, this one looks like a little bit less straight. It really draws the eye to that point and kind of distracts from the overall feel of it. But I'm still getting used to doing it on my iPad. I feel like it looks kind of better when I do it in my sketchbook, but I think that's just because I haven't, you know, brush settings and getting used to the Apple Pencil and all that stuff. All right, so let's go ahead and say that's it. But if you want to give your desert a little bit of scrub, you know, like if in Southern California where I live, there's lots of deserts, but they're kind of like scrublandy deserts. There are little plants growing there, so you could throw some of these in there. All right, and you could even throw a couple of these in. A little three-pronged bushy brush. All right, and actually I guess I'm kind of combining things, because one of the ones I was going to show you, the third, so let's skip ahead to the third one right now, why not, is just brushlands. Just take a little area and put some of these guys in there, and I think you got a pretty cool little brushland area, you know, with some bushes, fairly dry. I think if you want it to look maybe more dry, you put those lines in. Maybe it's drier on this side. All right, cool. And then see, these work with the lines, but I feel like if you put these guys by themselves, and I've done this in another video, it's a little bonus tip for y'all. Then it looks a little more like a swamp. So maybe let's put some mountains here. Okay, because we got the swamp on this side. We're gonna construct the whole little world here. All right, cool, fun. I don't really like how that's looking, but whatever. Then we're gonna go ahead and go to the sand dune mountains. All right, let's make some sand dune desert, something like this. And the trick that I like to do, the subtle trick that keeps it looking a little more like a sand dune and a little less like a mountain, is that this line goes straight, this line curves. So I'm exaggerating here. All right, that's the exaggerated version. It still works though, I think. Maybe even works better. All right, you see what I'm saying? So I think that's probably one of the easiest way to do a sand dune type desert, because you're seeing like this is a different desert than, oh, you can't see where I'm pointing, but this is a different desert than this. And I think it's nice to think about like, oh, you want a desert, but what kind of desert do you want exactly? And we're about to be going into the third type of desert, but let me show you one more way to do sand dunes. All right, and I just realized I didn't put in my microphone or my headphones to use the headphone mic. So I'm hoping the iPad mic is pretty decent. Let me know what you guys think of the audio quality, and next time I'll use the headphone mic and we'll just figure it out. But for now, let's have fun. So I don't know if that turned out very well, but basically, the other sand dune one, which I kind of don't like, but I have seen it used to varying degrees of success, so maybe you guys will be better at it than me. Something like that. You make the curvy lines and then you have the thing. But I think, oops, that you want to keep the lines kind of Z-shaped like that. And then I think the best thing also would be to put them straight like that and then curvy on this side. So I haven't really mastered that technique, but I think it's got merit. You just kind of got to experiment and figure out what's working for you. See, that one didn't work at all. This one didn't work at all either. So I think it's something like, I don't know how to explain it, but like you don't want to go too high like that, and you don't want it to be too zigzaggy. Something right in between there, I think, is the best way to go about it. And this might be another one that looks better in the sketchbook, but it's okay. Alright, what do you guys think? Alright, I'm going to go ahead and move ahead. If that one didn't work out, we're going to cut our losses. But whatever. Alright, and then the last. Oh wait, there's two more. Okay, I guess my counting is off, but whatever. I think you guys can handle it. So I kind of came up with this because I thought there are these like in the, I think it's in Arizona or Utah or something, Monument Valley, but there are these deserts, like redstone deserts, where there are these old, I guess, mountains that have been eroded, or maybe they were volcanoes, and you see these kind of tall, like there's some that look like this, there's one that looks like a snail, I think, and they have different names. And so I thought that's a kind of a cool thing, and in my sketchbook I like to give it a little bit of shadow, like I do with the, I'll go ahead and do a little shadow on all of these at the very end. How about that? Just very simple. But the last little technique or whatever also has to do with these. And this is going to be my United States Southwest desert. Okay, let's add some of these. We're just going to do some stereotypical cactuses. Cacti. Cactilis. Cactoids, there we go. Alright, and I think I could do better if I was to zoom in, but I don't want to zoom in, or take time, or practice, whatever. I just want to give you guys an idea, so you guys can jump on in and start making your own maps. Cool, I think that's it, but let me show you guys some shading. So when I like to do shading, just grab a, grayish color. And still do full gray since we're going black and white in this one. I'm gonna make a new layer, but obviously if you're in your sketchbook, you're just gonna not make a new layer. Alright, and you're gonna just shade in. You're gonna choose one side. I like to choose the left side, that's my preference. And everything on the left side you're gonna shade in. So there, that's it. It's easy for those. For these ones, I haven't actually tried this, but I would assume something like that. Does that look good? Looks alright. I think I'm going to make the shadows lighter. Hold on, let me do that by lowering the opacity in a moment. Alright, so everything on the left side, I'm shadowing. So that kind of got on the right side. Maybe I would actually do that like that. Just a little bit right there on the left side. Cool. What if I just go here, lower the opacity? That's looking fresh. Then on these guys, just the same thing. On the left side, just a couple lines. Boop, 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 boop. Boop, boop. That's it. Alright. And these ones, maybe you could do a little shadow with a little line there. That could be cool. I think that'd be nice. And these, if you really want to get them, I probably wouldn't deal with it, but I put a little line underneath them. Like that. That's going to give you a little form and cast shadow with minimal effort. I guess since I put these in, I already talked about mountains in another video. Probably have to make a future video studying all different kinds of mountains, or try to look at different kinds of mountains in real life, and then come up with a good way of drawing those different mountains. So stay tuned. Don't touch that dial. And until next time, peace, God bless, and stay fantastic, everyone.